started small, almost insignificant. A bank statement Emily was reviewing showed large withdrawals with no explanation. Then, a few emails appeared, strange messages from unknown contacts. Each clue alone might have seemed harmless, but together, they painted a much darker picture. Emily discovered photos she wasn't supposed to see, messages sent at odd hours, locations she had never been told about. A double life? She wasn't ready for what came next. And then came the most shocking discovery, a series of accounts and documents showing he had been maintaining multiple identities, all while living this perfect life. Emily knew she had to confront him. It wasn't just about the money or the secret messages. It was about trust. When she asked the questions, Mark initially denied everything, but as Emily presented evidence, bank statements, screenshots, photographs, the walls of his lies began to crumble, and then came the revelation that no one could have anticipated. Mark's hidden life wasn't just about deception. It was entwined with criminal activity, something that could endanger everyone around him. Every lie Emily uncovered seemed to lead to another. Hidden bank accounts, secret phone numbers, covert relationships. He had meticulously crafted an entirely separate existence. Friends, colleagues, even extended family, all had been deceived. The depth of betrayal was staggering. Emily began piecing together the timeline. Every lie, every secret meeting, every unexplained expense formed a web that left her questioning everything she thought she knew about her husband. And the most disturbing part? Some of these secrets hinted at a crime nobody had suspected, something far more sinister than she could have imagined. As the truth came to light, consequences were immediate. Emily confronted her friends and family. The community was stunned. Legal authorities began investigations. Questions arose. Was this purely personal deception? Or had there been illegal activity all along? Mark's life, meticulously curated and hidden, was unraveling. The person everyone thought they knew no longer existed, and Emily was left to pick up the pieces of a life built on betrayal. Emily hugging kids tightly, somber expressions. Twisted lies can hide in the most ordinary places. Betrayal can strike in ways we never imagine. And sometimes, the truth is stranger than fiction. Emily had to make a choice: forgive or leave. How would you respond if the person you trusted most was living a secret life? Could love survive betrayal, or would the secrets be too much to bear? Comment below with your thoughts. Would you forgive, confront, or walk away? If you love stories of shocking secrets, twists, and mysteries that leave you speechless, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more. Emily thought she had uncovered everything, but she was wrong, because just when the investigation began, something didn't feel right. The messages didn't stop, they changed. Some weren't meant for Mark anymore. They were meant for her. That's when Emily realized this wasn't just about her husband's lies anymore. Someone else was watching. Emily went back through everything, every message, every transaction, every location. And then she saw it. The withdrawals weren't random. The messages weren't meaningless. The locations weren't just meetings. They were coordinated. Mark hadn't just been living a double life. He had been part of something much bigger. And the deeper Emily dug, the more dangerous it became. Strange cars began appearing near the house. Calls with no one on the other end. Footsteps, when no one was there. Emily wasn't just uncovering secrets anymore. She was becoming part of them. Desperate and running out of lies, Mark finally cracked. But what he revealed only made things worse. He admitted to the hidden accounts, the false identities, the secret meetings. But he refused to tell her one thing: who he was working with. And then he said something Emily would never forget. You need to stop, before it's too late. But Emily had come too far. The lies were bigger than their marriage. The truth was more dangerous than she imagined. And now, she had a choice. Walk away and stay safe. Or keep digging and risk everything. Because what Emily uncovers next will expose a secret no one was supposed to find. What would you do in her place? Keep digging? Or walk away? Comment below. And if you thought this story couldn't get any darker. Emily didn't walk away. She couldn't. Because something about Mark's warning didn't feel like a threat. It felt like fear. So Emily did the one thing Mark hoped she wouldn't do. She followed the pattern, one last time. There was one place that didn't fit. One location that kept appearing, but was never explained. An abandoned property, just outside the city. No records, no registered owner, no reason for Mark to be there. Except, he'd been there multiple times. Emily knew she shouldn't go alone. But she did anyway. At first, there was nothing. Just silence. Then she saw it. A locked door. And behind it, everything changed. It wasn't just Mark. There were others. Dozens of identities. Dozens of lives. All connected. Emily started going through the files. Names, photos, histories. And then, she saw her own face. Emily was never just Mark's wife. She was part of the operation. Watched, studied, chosen. And Mark wasn't the mastermind. He was trying to protect her. Suddenly, sirens. Authorities stormed the location. The entire operation exposed. As they took Mark away, he looked at her one last time. Not with guilt, but with relief. In the end, the truth was bigger than anyone imagined. A network of false identities, hidden operations, lives built on manipulation. And Emily was the one who brought it all down. But at what cost? The man she loved was never who she thought he was. But in the end, he might have been the only one trying to save her. Sometimes, the person you think is the villain is the only one standing between you and something far worse. So tell me, was Mark a liar or a protector? Would you have trusted him or exposed everything? Comment below. If you love stories with shocking twists and endings you never saw coming. Subscribe now, because the next story might be even darker.